guilty to the charges against me. I stress that these are all after-the-fact process crimes, and I am not accused of a Russian collusion. I'm not accused of collaboration with WikiLeaks. I am not accused of conspiracy. There is no evidence or accusation that I know in advance about the source or content of the WikiLeaks materials, be that allegedly hacked material or allegedly stolen material. The allegation that I was less than truthful to the House Intelligence Committee to cover up what underlying crime. There is no underlying crime, and therefore any honest mistake I made in memory would be both immaterial and lacking intent. I do intend to vigorously contest these charges. I will mount as vigorous a defense as I can. I am heartened that Senator Graham and also some Republican members of the House are looking into the manner in which I was arrested. I think, as most of you know, at 5:50 a.m., 29 federal agents, FBI agents, both men and women, arrived in my home wearing full SWAT gear, night vision goggles, brandishing assault weapons, sidearms, and they had a device that is generally used for battering down a door when somebody refuses to open it. There were 17 vehicles in the front yard, 2 of them armored. There was a helicopter overhead. I live on a canal. There were 2 amphibious units in the water. My house was completely surrounded by armed agents covering every exit. I have no prior criminal record. I'm accused of nonviolent process crimes. I do not own a gun. There was no guns in the house. I'm a strong supporter of the Second Amendment, but I do not own a firearm. I do not own a valid passport, with the caveat that it may have expired within the last 3 days. I don't know because it was seized by the FBI. I was not read my Miranda rights. I was brought out of the house. I was handcuffed. I was standing in the street wearing a Roger Stone Did Nothing Wrong t-shirt. It's what I slept in. You can get those at 1776.shop. The proceeds go to my legal defense fund. Wearing a pair of cut-off sweatpants, no shoes. My wife, who is hearing impaired, was ousted from the house. She was made to stand next to me, wearing a nightgown and barefooted.
Oh my God.
The agents were professional and they were courteous once I was in custody. I have no complaint about their conduct, but the special counsel's office was well aware of the fact that I was represented. They knew the name and phone number for my lawyers, and it remains an absolute fact that my attorneys learned that I had been arrested from CNN before they had been contacted by the government. I'm heartened by the fact that Senator Graham and these House Republicans will get to the bottom of why this show of force was necessary. If I was considered dangerous, then why was the CNN camera crew allowed within 25 feet of my front door? The street, which is a one-way street, was sealed off, and nobody else, including people living on the street, were allowed to enter. So if CNN was there before the raid began, why would they allow it to stay in view of the fact that I was obviously considered dangerous? I am very tired, as you can see, but I will take your questions. The point, I guess, that bothers me the most before we get there is that FBI Director Comey lied under oath to the Congress. John Brennan, the CIA Director, lied both about the Steele dossier and the investigation and the surveillance of a Senate committee looking into illegal torture before the Congress. Mr. McCabe, the Associate Director or Assistant Director of the FBI, lied under oath to Congress. General Clapper lied about the existence of a metadata collection program on Americans. These are consequential lies. These are lies that are material. And then, of course, Hillary Clinton